Hey guys, welcome to Listen 9G and it's Pranjal here. So yep, it's finally that time where I show some love for my favorite faction in the game, and it is actually everyone's favorite, right? So yep, I'm talking about Nilfgaard. Now the thing is that since patch 8.3 I haven't really seen Nilfgaard getting played that much, and after playing with Ymir or Emhyr, yep, Emhyr. So after playing with Emhyr, I kind of found out that why this leader card is not really getting as played as the other ones. Maybe like the one in Syndicate Cleaver, which is like super OP and also iced. So like 80% of the times people are actually preferring to play Skellige and Syndicate because of those very powerful leaders, and there are some players who wants to try out meme decks, and that's where Foltest comes in. But then again, nobody's actually playing Emhyr, and you will gonna see the matches, and you will kind of understand why Emhyr is not really that great as it kind of looks on paper. So yep, let me give you an overview of the deck, and maybe after that I'll share some more thoughts. So the thing is that it's a Nilfgaard devotion deck. Now I don't really think we need devotion that much, to be honest, as you will gonna find out that pretty soon, as Emhyr's devotion is not really that good, but Usurper, and we are also playing Fergus, and since okay, so yep. Okay, so this is a devotion Nilfgaard deck. Now we don't really need devotion, to be honest, as you're gonna see that pretty soon in the matches, as Emhyr's devotion buff that we check. So this is a devotion Nilfgaard deck. Now to be honest, I don't really think we need devotion to play a deck with Emhyr, as you're gonna soon it check. So this is a devotion Nilfgaard deck. Now to be honest, I don't really think devotion is that great if the deck is check. Now the deck is devotion Nilfgaard. Now to be honest, I don't really think we need devotion to get more value from Emhyr, as you're gonna see it pretty soon that his devotion value is not really that great. On the contrary, it kind of hurts our deck. But since it's my first Nilfgaard deck, especially with Emhyr in it, so I kind of went devotion just to try out that devotion value that he gives. Now as for the deck overview, the deck is kind of similar. We have Masquerade Ball and Usurper. Since it's a devotion Nilfgaard deck, Usurper in round 3 is also gonna be Aristocrat. We have Ymir, and we have Joachim, Ramon. So the thing is that there are few packages in the game that you have to keep in your mind. So for winning round 1, if you have Emhyr, and if you are kind of lucky and also got Defender, you may as well use your Defender round 1 and also play your Emhyr, as Emhyr is there just to win you round 1, and opponent might get scared of him or something if they cannot really deal with your Defender and then Emhyr. But yep, so we have got Defender to go along with Emhyr, and on along with those two we have Imperial Enforcers, and since we are kind of running Imperial Enforcers, we have got Fergus, and since it's a devotion list, this gives 3 spying status, and since we are devotion is not really needed, but our Emhyr also gives 1 spying unit to whatever card opponent plays. So if 2 Imperial Enforcers and Emhyr along with Defender, if all 4 of those are sticking on board, then you should be good. But usually that doesn't really happen, especially since almost 80% of the people are actually playing Skellige, that has a lot of control, and also Syndicate Crime, courtesy of Saber, which also has a lot of control. So yep, that idle case 90% of the time is not really gonna happen, but still that's like what's the one of the packages is. Now we have got Ramon here, so to protect these Imperial enforcers, you can actually use your Ramon onto Imperial enforcers, get them 2 armor, and if you are going first, you can save the other one with a crystal skull. So in spies we have got 1 Duchess informant, 2 emissaries, and 1 mage infiltrator. Now the kind of a bit odd thing that you will observe here is that we have got 2 emissaries. Now before patch 8.3, people don't really had emissaries and mage infiltrator. They usually had Duchess informant, but the thing is that people are not really playing that many units to make a copy of it. So most of the times, if you are going with a 2 Duchess informants, you might not even find any value of it, as either the opponent has all gold cards on his side of the field, or there are no cards at all. It's just traps, Maddox, and gold cards. So yep, we have I have removed one of the Duchess informant. It was kind of becoming a hurdle in the deck, and we have went for 2 emissaries. Now emissaries also helps us in protecting our Imperial enforcers in round 1, or some other engine in round 2. They can you can use them for a defender or Emhyr, whatever. Most important thing is that even if opponent is not really having any units on his side of the board, there are all gold straps, you can kind of use your emissary still, but Duchess informant you cannot, and also mage infiltrator also will not give you value. So that's why we have only 1 copies of these. So to go along with all these spies, we have also got Seditious Aristocrats. Now in an idle condition, you are gonna play a defender, then it's Emhyr, and Emhyr should be sticking on board from 2nd turn onwards to the end, and these should be close to your last few cards, and they're gonna play for big values, but that most of the times you're not really gonna find that idle condition. So but still they kind of play for 6, 7, 8 points, so not that bad. Now we have got sergeants. They are mainly for round 1, for they kind of act as decent engine. Plus other than the sergeants, we have also got Imperial brigades, again to kind of help you in securing round 1. So yep, that's what the deck is. Now everyone knows that Nilfgaard at the moment is not really that great, but still it's a fun deck. You might need to get a bit lucky here and there, but if it works, it kind of still works. As for Emhyr, I think on the paper it looks pretty strong, and when they kind of showed it check. Now as for Emhyr, I mean on the paper it kind of looks pretty strong, and it did look check. Now as for Emhyr, check. Now as for Emhyr, on the paper it kind of looks pretty good, and I kind of thought that it would be a great card when they when the devs premiered it on their showcasing. Check. Now as for Emhyr, that's a tricky one. So check. Alright, so as for Emhyr, well, the thing is that on the paper it looks pretty strong, right? It stays on the board, and whatever unit opponent plays, it has got 1 spying, and if your Imperial enforcers are on board, you kind of destroy your opponent. But that requires a lot of setting up, and it's not really that great, to be honest. So yeah, I think that Emhyr is kind of one of the weaker D2 cards that we have got in patch 8.3. I think even full test is more stronger than Emhyr, as with full test you at least get 1 or 2 copies of your dun banner or blue stripes or any other bronze unit. But with Emhyr it's like there's no certainty here. With full test you at least at the very least get 1 card that's what 3 or 4 points, so that is at least providing some certainty. But with Emhyr, as you're gonna see in the matches, it's not really that great. Plus the effect also, the game wants Emhyr to stick on board for us to get more value from him, but that doesn't really happen. Yep, so that was the deck overview and my opinions on Nilfgaard and Emhyr. So yeah, if you want to try out this deck, you can, and you are gonna find out how good Emhyr is yourself. Now as for the matches, they are pretty good ones, so yeah, hope you like the matches, and maybe I will try Nilfgaard with a simulation next, as it looks a bit more fun, as Emhyr is not looking that much fun, to be honest. So yeah guys, that was all. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplays. See you. Alright guys, we are already in the match. Now Usurper in round 1 is not really that great. Now the thing is that we are gonna use our Ramon on Imperial Enforcers, so I don't really see how the Sergeant is gonna be useful. And Syndicate Crime does have a lot of control options, so he's just gonna get killed. So I think we can mulligan the Sergeant from here. We certainly don't want that. Okay, Coup de Grace is good. So let's just start with Ramon into Imperial Enforcer, and let's hope that that 2 armor helps this Enforcer to stick on board, as the only way we win this round is if these 2 Imperial Enforcers stick. Alright, so let's see what our opponent starts with. Halfling, Safecracker, I mean, yep, no shocker there. So let's put our other Imperial Enforcer, boost this by Crystal Skull, and let's just start using those pings, as these can get killed at any moment. I mean, even at 8 they are not really safe, as he can just use his pretty good fun with 4 coins in purse, and he can get rid of these Imperial Enforcers. Alright, dip in the bone tower. Okay, so if he's gonna have a payday, one of our Imperial Enforcers is gone, so let's use Emissary, boost that, and let's again use these pinks. So yep, that is like the issue with the spies Nilfgaard, as Syndicate Crime has a lot of control options, Skellige has a lot of control options, so most of the times these Imperial Enforcers do not even stick on board. Alright, for going to maybe Justice. Yep. Okay, so opponent wants to win round 1, which is pretty obvious, as Syndicate Crime do likes to win round 1, and then they bleed pretty hard in round 2, and their short round 3 is like super buffed with Jax, Madame Louise and Savola and all that, and maybe also God. Okay, let's use this Emissary and again boost our Imperial Enforcer, as anything at 5 or below 5 is it's dead. Now let's keep damaging this Safecracker, as it's a crime engine, and we do want to get rid of as many crime engines as possible. Okay, that's a big play. Shakedown. Okay, at least the good thing here is that our opponent has clocked his melee row, which is actually very good. So let's play Fergus here and put charges on these two and bloody good friends. Now the thing is that we can kill Halfling Safecracker, but I don't really want to. We have 6 pins in our hand and Cleaver has 9 power, so we can actually, so what we can do is deal damage to Cleaver. Cleaver is gonna be at 3, and next turn we can use our coup de grace on that and make a copy of that. Now we don't really want to have a death blow on that to make a copy of it, as it does have a spy status. Well, never mind. So yep, I just wanted to wanted him to not have access to his Cleaver, but it's fine. I think as the row is already clogged, we can just copy that card as it is. So we can play this anywhere, as we don't really have ground splinters on board. Now the shame is that since we are not really having Syndicate leader, we didn't get that extra 1 coin, so we cannot really make a copy of Cleaver's muscle. Okay, bloody good fun. Okay, so let's play our Brathens here and again boost that Imperial Enforcer. So guys, yep, this is like what's bad in Nilfgaard Spies. You just have to do all this stuff, and even after doing all this we are just 3 points ahead, and he still has his turn to play. Now the thing is that I don't really want to kill anything on melee row, as as long as the melee row is clocked, he cannot really use that fee on his Cleaver. But now the thing is that I don't really want to play Defender, and neither do I want to play our Roderick. So we can just make one more play here, and yep, I don't really think we are gonna be... Okay, that's a big one. Alright. So we are 8 points down already. Okay. Anyways, let's thin out these Imperial Brigades, and we are gonna use our leader too.
Discipline, that is what you folk lack.
So he has got Savola, but no Louisa and Artifact Compression. Okay, so I think we should be having this round in our bag. Yep, instead of damaging, let's just use Cleaver's fee and make 1 copy of Cleaver's muscle, let's say. Alright, so Savolab just plays for 6 at the moment, and I don't really think he's gonna play his Tunnel Drill, yep, without it being between 2 Crown Splitters. Alright, so round 1, at least round 1 is in the bag. Now the thing is that we are gonna have to go for 2-0 here, as I don't really think that we'll be able to win a longer round. Okay, Ymir is good. What are we missing here? Usurper, Joachim de Witt, and coup de grace. So yep, we need at least 1 more gold. Let's remove Mage Infiltrator. Alright, yep. Okay, so this is a hand with which we can actually go for a duo here. So we have just 2 golds in deck that we can get via Roderick. So let's play our Defender first. Now the thing is that we're gonna have to use our Roderick for ball, but after that we are only gonna have aristocrats, so we might not get that much value on our poison and ball. So yep, but there's no other option. Let's play masquerade ball here.
A superb specimen, truly.
So yeah, we are just gonna have to damage that safe cracker in case the opponent doesn't play any tall units, and I don't really expect him to play any big units here. So next we are gonna play our Emhyr, and after that it's Joachim, and maybe coup de grace on either Joachim, or we can actually play it on Roderick, as we do want that 12-point usurper. So yep, let's play our Emhyr here. Alright, I actually forgot that it gives us a card back, so Duchess Informant is kind of useless here. Let's put that back. Poison halfling safe cracker. Alright, I mean, we might actually lose here, but that's like the issue with Nilfgaard is. So yep, let's go for Joachim. Holy shit, that's a big usurper. Okay, let's do this. Let's play it here. Now you know what, you don't need a bit of luck to win with the Nilfgaard at the moment, and I think that was our luck here. So yep, that Joachim into usurper, I think that is what is gonna make us win this match. Alright, that wasn't really that bad. Now let's use coup de grace on Joachim, as Roderick has bricked. Okay, it's not really that bad. It would be better if we had Seditious Aristocrats. Okay, so yep, since we are devotion, we got that 1 copy spy back. I mean, the way it happens, it kind of looks good, as the spies went on the other side and came back, but I mean, it's not really that useful. Alright, our opponent is literally paying that tribute, so I don't really think, yep, I mean, no card can, yep, not even goat can make that 24-point play. Yep. Okay, so we have won the match, but we did kind of got a bit lucky with Joachim into usurper. Alright guys, so match number 2, and it's okay, so it's finally Nilfgaard versus Nilfgaard, and it will be super funny if our opponent is also playing something like us with a spies heavy Emhyr deck. Okay, so at least we have Emhyr in round 1, and we are going to use him. Now we don't really want 2 copies of Imperial Brigades. The great thing is that we also have Defender that can protect our Emhyr, and we have 2 copies of Imperial Enforcer, so this is as good as it gets. I don't really think we need anything else here. Yep. So fuck's sake. Okay, so never mind, our opponent is not really playing anything like us. Yep. I wonder if next card of our opponent is meta. So yep, let's just set up our defender, as for now opponent is just gonna play meta. It's kind of called a coin flip if you are new to Gwent. Alright, at least it was just Diviner. So yep, let's play our Emhyr here and let's see. Okay, yep. So usurper in round 1. I'm not, usurper in round 1 is kind of a waste. Yep, let's just put it back. So yep, finally we have set up our initial game plan, and let's see if this Emhyr and spies play even works or not. So we're gonna play our Imperial enforcers, and since we have different on board, we're not really gonna use that. Alright, yep, I kind of again forgot about that. So whatever units our opponent is gonna play are gonna have that spice tag, and that is kind of a good news for us. So as you know, okay, that's like what the issue is with this deck. Okay, and our Prathans is spread. So let's play our Imperial enforcers, and you know what? Let's use one ping on that Vilgefrots, as we are definitely gonna use our coup de grace on that, and when we do it, it's gonna be at 1, and since we have Emhyr on board, it's gonna come back on our row. So that's at least 1 point extra, if that matters. Ah, fuck. So yep, that is like what the issue is with this deck, This is just like Foltest in Northern Realms. It just gets locks, or it gets taken out and all the game plan is gone. So anyways, let's play our now the thing is that I don't really want to thin our Imperial brigades, as our opponent is kind of playing a mill deck. So let's just use our infiltrator and use these banks too, as he may have more locks in his hand. I mean, in any other match we can also use our coup de grace on meta to get high provision card, but since we are playing against Mill, that is not really a good play. Alright, here comes Brathans, so I think he's gonna take these Imperial enforcers, or you know what, yep, he's gonna take these Kingslayers. So instead of helping us in this round, Emhyr has kind of fucked us over, as he has pulled that stupid Kingslayer on our side of the board. Now Imperial enforcers cannot damage any unit, they only damage enemy unit. Anyways, I don't really think we can do anything here. We cannot really get rid of that Kingslayer.
Please wait, Your Excellency. Falling behind.
So yeah, let's just use these pings. Okay, so the romancy into, okay, so maybe it's another copy of Duchess Informant onto Kingslayer. So guys, you can see like this is the prime example of how good Emhyr is. So yeah, the thing is that Emhyr is just like Foltest in Northern Realms, but the thing is that you at least get 3 or 4 points of carryover in case of Foltest. In case of Emhyr, there's no certainty there. So I think we can use our coup de grace onto Vilgefrots, as I don't want to play any other cards here. Just let me check. Yep, it's melee row, and let's kill that Prathans. I mean, it's been a while since I have, okay, so can't realize something good that we got out of him. So I was saying that it's been a while since I have actually used Vilgefrots, so I just wanted to check it. Now the thing is, we are at 13 points ahead here, but this can still go either ways, and I really don't want to commit our ball here. Okay, there goes our Ramon. So what can we play? Maybe Seditious. Alright, so our opponent has also used his leader. I mean, he's a mill player, so you know they do want to win round 1. Now let's hope he did not find Ball or Roderick. I mean, he's definitely gonna find any one of those two, and he can also find both of them. Okay, seditious aristocrats out of all these. All right,
He's up to something.
maybe he doesn't really have any way of initiating Ball. Who knows? So yep, don't really want to play Imperial Brigades, but you know there's no other option here. And let's use our leader too. Okay, this is kind of a good hand. You know what, I'm just gonna go for highest value here. Yep, let's use T-board as alright, that's another good card that we got out of him. You know, I mean, we could have also used coup de grace, but we would have used it on Vilgefortz, and you know, Vilgefortz is already 1 point, so we would have lost 2 points more there. So in our deck we still have some big gold cards that we don't really want to lose. Now granted we are 20 points ahead, but you know, he does have T-board of his own. Okay, operator. So that was the 4th card. That's good to know. So let's play seditious aristocrats here.
Has a nice ring to it, has it not?
Now again we are 21 points ahead, but I don't really want to commit the 2 cards that I have in the hand. Alright. Okay, you know what, I'm not really gonna use Ball here, but the thing is that let's play Roderick there. Let's hope we get Usurper. Great, let's use Usurper and make an informant on melee, and I'm not really gonna pull it, and may as well use these Imperial Enforced Charger, and we're not really gonna kill any unit. Alright, so at this point you know, it's definitely a win. Yep. Alright, let's take a pause. I mean, it's a headache to play against, you know, mill players, to be honest, especially with you know, Emhyr and Nilfgaard deck. Okay, coup de grace. Alright, we don't really want I mean, we have both our golds here. Don't really want Sergeant, it's a soldier. Okay, Fergus is good. I do want Joachim. Should we do Milligan this? What's the other car we have? Emissary. Yeah, I think I want to. Fuck, man. Okay, so we cannot even initiate both the chapters of our Ball. So, yep, I think that Milligan kind of cost me this match. And our opponent is still going for milling here. Let's play our Emissary onto Thirsty Dame. Yeah, it kind of it might look like a bad play, as our opponent does have Neuromancy and he must be having Renew into Vilgefortz. Kind of wins him the match. Yep, this is not looking good, guys. Spores. Alright. Don't really want to play Fergus. Let's just use our coup de grace.
A shame I have no time.
Okay, and let's see what our opponent has. I mean, we do know that he has 13-point T-bow. Coup de grace. What the fuck? Okay. So let's play our Fergus here.
I feel an edict coming on.
Give status to them. Let's poison this. Okay, I have no idea why. I mean, our opponent must be thinking that we have Joachim or something, and that's why he didn't really play the Tibor. But still, I mean, that was kind of a waste of coup de grace. Okay, never mind. I think his other card was kind of bricked. So there we have it, guys. We have won against Mill. As for the deck, I mean, you have seen it. You know, it is kind of tricky to play.